If you guys, thank you guys for like your support watching like our Disney clips because they do really
Yeah.
well. But going back to the Epcot clip that I posted about Epcot being ruined, um, I sent you a video from Poseidon Entertainment. The following,
Yeah.
it was like a couple days after we recorded, and he made a video about it. And by the way, it's a great channel if you're into like theme park like history and all that. It's phenomenal. So definitely go check it out. But yeah, it's like again they ruined it. And after that, man, they started coming out and coming out, and then they opened the community core thing, hall. I don't know if you saw, dude. You haven't seen it?
I've seen like only a couple. Oh no, no, I did. No, forgive me. I did because I saw the video you sent me, kind of showing
It
too, like what it
looks
looks
like
like.
a high school like
Very small.
cafeteria. It's
Looks
very small
small.
too. Yeah, yeah, very small.
I don't really know
So it's getting yeah, man. Everyone's
what
roasting
they're
it,
gonna do with it. I don't
and
know.
yeah, and reviews are very negative. Like everyone's like, no, this is really bad. Like, what did you guys do to Epcot? What the heck? So, um, universally panned. Like that's everyone's not happy with it, and I am not happy. Like they destroyed the park, honestly. And we had a crater for 5 years, and that's it. You know, a flower planter and a kiosk, basically, and a stage. It's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's plenty of videos like our videos out there. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. But you know, I highly recommend the one from Poseidon Entertainment. It's phenomenal. And but there's some other ones like people going in. It's like, oh, I'm very. I saw. I think it was like either a TikTok or something. Which, by the way, I went down that rabbit hole. I didn't wanna, but I did, and I can see the appeal now, right? Because it's you know highly consumable and it's very fast. But I did run into one. Um, that was this lady making a video. It's like, I wish I could have visited Epcot during this days, and it was basically the 90s. So it's like,
Yeah.
well, it's like, dude, yeah, the park is ruined. Can it be fixed? Yes. Disney says that they're done, that they're 100% done with.
Well, so much money they spent, they can't justify doing anything for the immediate
It's
term. There's
ridiculous,
no
dude.
way.
Yeah,
They would be better off putting that money into building a new park
it
than
is.
putting into the same
It.
park again that they already have.
I know. It's a disgrace.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like
They've already
there's
spent
people
enough money.
managing like Epcot
Yeah. But
and
this is why Josh DiMauro, like when we talked about it, I said, sadly, he's probably the first top person on my list of people, like out of that list that we talked about becoming
right.
CEO. And it's like
But here's the thing.
only because like I kind of feel like you have to. Like I don't
But
really feel
But
enthusiastic.
if you go back right and you know and you can watch it in the Poseidon Entertainment video,
Yeah.
like like Chapek was the one that showed the blue sky map of Epcot, and this is what it's gonna look like, and you know it's yeah, but man, it's rough, and now they're having
Yeah.
like technical issues with like the floor and the posts not turning on, like lighting issues. Bro, are you kidding me? You spent like $1 billion and it's bad, bro.
Sounds like somebody got scammed or something. Like they got the wrong I don't know. Very
I
strange.
really
I
it's
don't it's
very strange.
on the
Yeah,
outside looking in, it seems like there's gonna be a
like
bigger story at some
between that
point.
and
It's
the
like, oh, that
acolyte,
makes
it
sense.
seems like tax write offs to me, man.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
there's gonna
yeah.
be some story at some point where, oh, okay, I get it
I
now.
really want to know. I really yeah,
Yeah.
because that's you know that was that park was beloved to me, and now it's just nothing. So
Yeah.
it's unfortunate.
I still like it, but I understand. I don't think it's ruined personally, but
Oh
I
yeah,
understand if I had nostalgia of the past, I might feel that way.
right, right. Um, Epic Universe, sir. Everyone's real excited about it. So, quick bit of news before jumping into gaming. Universal announced that if for at least some time, so for an unidentified amount of time, which I can foresee being at least 6 months,
Hmm.
if you want to go to Epic Universe, you are not able to purchase a single day ticket to the park. You have to buy a multi-day ticket starting at 3 days, and you can only use one of those days for Epic Universe. The other two you need to split between Islands and Studio. So yeah, I a lot of people are complaining about it, but listen, I get it. I get it.
They have to control.
You have to control them.
It
Like
would get out of
like
hand.
Japan is still scheduling people to go to the Mario area.
No.
Like you have
No,
to
you're
sign up in the morning and they give you a time so you can go.
I love that though.
Yeah,
I love that so organized.
it is.
Like
Yeah,
you show up, it's like, all right, I have my space. I don't have to worry about everyone being crowded in here.
right. But they've been open for over a year now, and they're still doing it
That's
because
awesome.
it's
Good for
insane.
them.
So I know what they're doing, right? It's like it's crowd control, and at the same time, you got to take advantage of it, right? That means when if they're doing this, man, like it reminds me when they opened Hogwarts at Ounce of Adventure.
Yeah.
And you remember the do you remember the line? You remember the helicopter shots from the news? And the
Crazy.
line was all the way back uh to the garage basically.
Yeah.
It's insane. So that's exactly what they don't want to have to deal with. And you know, and they want to take advantage of it, right? Because right, I can buy a 3 day ticket for Universal, but then I go all 3 days to Epic Universe. I'm being still part of the crowd, right? And I totally
Yeah.
get it.
It's another
But
body they have to account for.
yeah, but you know, I get it. It's received some criticism and rightfully so, right? I'm not saying that this is still like this is great, but in my opinion, what they should have done is create a reservation system for just that park until crowds subside and whatnot. But I mean, what they're doing right now, I think it's a good call from both the crowd control uh, standpoint and the financial standpoint because they're gonna be selling tickets. Like some people are gonna pay $250 for the 3 day ticket
Oh,
and
for
only go
sure.
the one day to Epic Universe and not
Yeah.
it's like and go
They
back
don't care
home,
what the other
right?
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean I know that they want you to go to studios, they want you to go to islands, and they want you to go to City Walk and get merchandise and whatnot. But um yeah, I totally get it. But what do you think?
There is no scenario to me where they can make everyone happy. And I think that's important for people to understand because people will be like, but that's not fair. They're trying to do a cash grab and they're trying to make more money. That's why they're making people spend more money. Instead of just, I just want one ticket. Why can't I just buy my one ticket? This is ridiculous. I feel bad for the guest services people that are going to get those kinds of calls because people just aren't like the non
Right.
corporate, people that are just looking at just as a consumer what they want, that's all they're going to be thinking, and I get that. And I just think as a company too, like they can't win on a front of having every single person satisfied. But out of all the plans that I can think of, what I like about this is they're telling people if you really really want to go here, you're gonna have to spend an extra premium, but even though you're spending more money, like just to make sure you get in here than maybe what you would have anticipated, we're still adding value because you get to go to these two other parks. You have to go to these two other parks, if you're gonna have this experience. So by doing that, you have the win of saying like, if you really want this, you're gonna spend this extra thing. You're gonna go to these other parks. People who maybe had not been to islands and Universal in a long time or
Right.
ever. Now they're forced to go over there. This gives them more exposure to the brand and experience and realizing, hey, I've been to islands and I've been, to Universal Studios like, fairly recently. I went in February or January. Yeah. And like literally January, yeah, and like literally these are still very good
They
parks.
are,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. They're
Yeah.
they're yes, do they compete the same with Disney? No, they're not the same. They're not the same kinds of parks, but what they have, they're good. They know what they're doing. And so it's not like you're getting a bad deal out of it. So I just think that's important to understand. Someone like me, I already know. Um, I'm a budget friendly kind of person. I wouldn't probably open my wallet to be there day one, but I would want to because of how much excitement and how much positive stuff is coming out from this. But I think that this crowd control makes it even more appealing of saying if I did end up getting to buy this ticket, I feel like I know deep down inside it's gonna be busy, but it's not gonna be chaos. And that makes me happy.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. We'll see. We'll definitely update if there's anything or any other news that come out of that. By the way, I hadn't been to Icon Park in a long time, and I went this past weekend. Man, that place is so tourist trappy. It's like, hey, where you guys from? It's like you don't want to know.
I'm fine. But I will say,
Yeah,
from a safety standpoint, they really have cleaned up that
that's
area.
yeah,
There was a while ago,
right.
Floridians would know it
Yep,
was looking a little tough out there.
yep,
And it's become a much more friendly, safe
yes,
environment and that kind of thing. It's just at the end of the day, because they know all the tourists are over there,
yep,
yeah,
yeah. Um, uh,
someone would like to sell you something.
oh, I knew that there was something that I wanted to add,
Yeah.
and I forgot to add on the notes, but I just remembered what it was. Now that we're talking about tourist traps, uh, so CEO was this past weekend at
Yes,
Daytona,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Um, Next year, dude, it's gonna be at Shingle Creek, like behind Icon Park. Let's go,
Whoa.
bro. We can
So they're not
go.
going back to Daytona
They're
finally.
not going back to Daytona. So I was like,
Rejoice.
that's great. So
Sorry,
yeah,
Daytona. You
man.
loved it over there. Sorry for you guys. But for us,
Sorry.
rejoice.
Yeah. So yeah. So maybe next year we can pay a
Oh
visit.
yeah.
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 Yeah. So
Especially time of year. It's perfect.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. So I'm happy. So if you're interested into in fighting games and whatnot, yeah, CEO Gaming, their big event next year,
Yeah, yeah.
Shingle Creek Resort in Orlando. CEO Taco's still at the Wyndham this year. So yeah, man, good stuff.